This dry and barren landscape, dotted with extraordinary wildflowers, holds one of our country's greatest and most loved foods. It's home to a large-scale industry that's got people in a buzz. We all love the sticky, sweet, natural flavour of honey. Fantastic on a hot buttered crumpet for breakfast and even for medicinal purposes. But how does it get from here into your pantry? It all starts with the bee. No other creature in the world has anything that compares with the incredible efficiency of the work of the honeybee. The bees gather pollen or nectar. As they suck the nectar from the flower, it's stored in their sac, ready to be transferred to the honey-making workers in the hive, who create the ultimate food store, the honeycomb. Bees generally work within a few hundred metres from their hives, but they can travel up to 2 kilometres away, gathering all sorts of pollen from a myriad of flowers, which in turn gives us differing honey flavours. Stephen, we're here in the middle of National Park. We've got a beautiful banksia forest surrounding us, and it's buzzing. What type of bees have we got around us?
We've got the Italian bees. They're a breed we've used all around Australia, mainly the best honey producers.
So really there's more or less one type of bee used all around Australia in beekeeping?
Mainly, there's a Ligurian bee, which is in South Australia and Kangaroo Island, but other than that, it's not very well widespread.
We've got banksia all around us. Is that what they're feeding on to make this honey?
That's the main honey, this whiter honey, the banksia honey. You can see in the trees over there. Banksia trees all around us.
Now what about when we talk about different types of trees and the flavours they give honey? There's so many different varieties of flowering trees around Australia.
Around West Australia, you've got red gum, white gum, or Maori, Jarrah, Carry.
I've got to say, I'm a real honey fanatic. I use it in my restaurants so much. And I love the fact that you guys are stripping it apart and selling individual varieties from different trees.
Yeah, I think we have about 9 different flavours, different varieties down there, yeah.
Now, if I didn't have this little net on, I'd be dipping in and putting my finger in there,
absolutely,
but I'm actually too scared of the bees. So how much honey comes out of every box?
Between 20 to 30 kilos sometimes on a really good hive.
That's incredible. How many boxes have you got here?
There's around 120.
So a couple of thousand kilos, possibly?
Possibly, yeah. Yep.
That is truly amazing. They are really busy bees.
They are very busy at the moment, yeah.
So Paul, we've harvested those hives every 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
They've come back to the extraction room. What do we do now?
So now we need to expose the honey. We need to cut the cappings off. So we scrape top and bottom of the frames. When the frames are full, the bees will cap them with wax.
How long is this taking to fill?
It's usually 2 to 3 weeks. This time of year, every 3 weeks. Through summer, every 2 weeks. And what we need to do is expose the honey that's under these wax cappings here.
Yep. You do it by hand?
No, not anymore.
This
we used
thing?
to. Yes, this machine here. This awesome machine here, actually. So this machine here is taking the cappings off, and now we need to just extract the honey out, spin the honey out. After we've spun the honey, then it gets pumped through a centrifuge, which basically separates the honey and wax.
Okay.
And then the honey is pumped into our settling tanks, and then you're left with the natural honey, and the wax is melted out the back.
So that's it. Your honey that you sell here, there's no filtration. It's really, really
It's just pure honey, yes. Yep.
Fantastic. Bees are an integral part of life for the whole planet. Without them, there would be nothing to pollinate our plants. And without pollination, we'd be in serious trouble. 1 in every 3 mouthfuls of food you eat is a result of the hard work done by these busy bees. Thankfully, Australia is currently free from the devastating pest called varroa, wiping out bee populations across the globe, which is why we can never import honey. Wow, I cannot believe what I've learned today at West Coast Honey. The honey that I've chosen, it's amazing. It's from banksias. I've got to give it a taste. Delicious, sweet, beautifully lightly flavoured. I've found my new favourite honey.